What's going on YouTube? JitterXLY here, coming at you guys with a brand new video, and in this one we are going to be reviewing the Sense Cyclone tank. It is, there we go, I don't know why I was pointing to the backside, but this isn't going to be too long of a video, but I do want to review this product for you, since I've had it for now about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4, maybe a month I say, probably 3 weeks to a month, okay? So, let's first get a vape in. Gotta get me, just woke up, you know, starting the day off right. I'm actually home. I've been sick, well not sick, like voice sick or, you know, any kind of sick. I have poison ivy in horrible spots that you guys don't even want to know about, all over my hands. It sucks, okay? But I'm on medication and it's just not getting better, so I don't know what. I can't go to school because I'm itching like crazy and it just fucking sucks, okay? But, this is actually helping me to not itch as much when I vape just constantly, so that's why I'm doing it. That's one of the reasons, is it helps with a lot of reasons, but we'll get into that in a different video. Right now we're reviewing the Sense Cyclone, and let's get up close and personal to show you the different things with this tank. Alright, so I'm still going to leave the juice in here. I'm not going to take everything completely apart. I'm going to take apart what you need to know and everything about it. So let's get up close and personal with you guys. Here's the overall. You have a really big bore tip, which I personally love. I'm a huge fan of that. Okay, and we'll pop that off real quick. Okay, it has a little bit of a rubber piece, and if I know correctly, I don't own the Heracles or any of the other Sense tanks. It is somewhat like that. They're all kind of the same, which, you know, I'm a fan of. Okay, so that's pro number one, and then here's another pro. As you guys see right in there, there is a like spiral metal thing, okay? Like just a little bit of a spiral. They all spiral upwards with some type of, it's like a loose aluminum. And, you know, it's good and everything, but let's see if you guys can hear this when I push the tip down. You guys hear that little, like, you can hear the bottom of the tip banging with it, and or like rubbing against it, and that's just something that, you know, it should be noted. It's not, I haven't found any problems with that, so I can't say it's a con. It's just something out there. And then one of the other things you have, let me just wipe some juice off here. Alright, you have the adjustable airflow up top, which I personally, okay, I haven't been using. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I've put it up a couple times, but I don't even have the bottom airflow completely open. But let's just talk about airflow right now. You have the top airflow. You can open it. Let's see here. I'm trying to look. That is completely open right there on all three sides. So you can open the airflow. It has three, just the top has all three sides around it. Okay? And then you can close it off if you wanted it like a half, or, you know, completely off. I have it completely off, and I don't even have the bottom open all the way, okay? The bottom, they're really big, like I'm talking huge airflow, you know. If I'm looking for, I want something that has good flavor, but also good vapor production, which this tank right here is perfect for, okay? But there are a couple cons that I will get down and show you. But let's show you how you can juice it. The top here, not the air hole, you gotta watch. It's kind of hard at first. I had to use like put my shirt over the top to twist it off. But you like push down or whatever, and you just gotta turn it. It's kind of a pain. But before you do that, let me show you this feature first. See that little emblem there? That's showing that you're vaping, okay? Now, when you want a top filler, you gotta switch it over to that, okay? Hopefully you can see that pretty well. Yep, right there. There's a little notch, okay? I'm sorry if I'm shaking a bit. There's a little notch right there, and that's, you know, once the little metal notch is right over top, that means you're good to go. So you twist the top cap off, and that's your metal Cyclone thing that I was telling you about, which is I'm pretty sure, obviously, that's where they get the sense, the Cyclone tank part for it, because it makes like a cyclone effect. Falling off. But, you know, that's just something to show you. And this is where my cons begin for it, okay? Top fill, I've never had a tank that top fills before, because when I started off vaping, I didn't, you know, I got a used mod, because I didn't know much even about, like, box mods vaping. Now, over the, like, month, 2 months, no, it's been, like, over, like, the 4 months I've started vaping, I've learned so much knowledge and general info on vaping, and my old tank, when I filled it, didn't used to do this. Let me open that airflow a little bit. But alright, we're gonna fill this tank up right now. We have some e-juice here, and we'll fill it up, okay? Just gonna fill it up. It fits just about every small needle that you have. I haven't had an issue with that. My needle fits right down inside. See, you can see that. It just fits right inside there, which is perfect for me. Okay, so we filled it up. Now, also talking about this, it is a 5 milliliter capacity. The tank isn't just the sleeve up here, it goes all the way down to about like here. That's another great pro. It holds a lot of juice. I didn't even need to fill it there, but I'm gonna do this just to show you guys, okay? So let's put the top back on, which just might be a little bit of an issue. Ugh, come on. This one's a pain. Alright, there we go. Especially when your hands are a little juice on them, kind of a pain, but no big deal. I want to try and keep this video as short as I possibly can, which I always have problems doing that because there's just so much that, you know, needs to be talked about. But alright, top back on. We are still on the vape, or the dripping, your whatever, adding your juicing, your tank, okay? So I'm not gonna show you, I'll show you how to put the coil in, I guess, but you have your standard 510 connections. I should have went there first, but you know, everything good, copper pin. So let's close my airflow, and then this is where, now that I'm done vaping, you turn this back to the vaping. You're done dripping, okay, or juicing, so you turn it back, and we're gonna throw it back on the tank here real quick. Alright, so right now it's back on, okay, and also I should note, right now I'm using the 0.2 nickel coil in here, okay, yeah, the 0.2 nickel coil. I'm vaping it at 120, let me make sure you guys can read that, 125 watts, and it needs to push out about 5 volts at 0.2 ohms. So you guys just saw that I just finished dripping it, or juicing it, and this is where the cons start happening. Before I even take a hit, okay? Well, before I even take a hit, you guys can already see that there's juice, like, right here. There wasn't juice before, okay? And I don't know if that's my fault. I've been trying to look at other YouTube videos for how to fill the tanks up with these, and I don't like that. I don't like that it's leaks, so if I fill it, I need to, you know, watch. You'll hear the gurgling sound it makes too, and I'm at 125 watts. This coil shouldn't be gurgling, and it doesn't gurgle after I, you know, go ahead and vape it for probably, after I like really inhale and get all the vapor. For somehow it messes up, so I'm gonna kind of even stop top filling it and fill it just from down there, because every time I top fill it, I haven't even done it the other way, but it just seems to mess up, and I don't like that. So let me see. I'll show you right now. I was holding this in. Okay, with this tank, normally that should be able to, you know, that right there would have at least blew a somewhat dense cloud. Not huge, but that's a long enough pull that when this is acting right. So that is my first honest con. Because when I'm up in my room vaping, or I'm downstairs playing Xbox vaping, and I fill it, you know, I have to go away from what I'm doing just to sit there and go. And then you get a bunch of vapor juice in your mouth. Like that was, you get a bunch of hot vapor juice in your mouth, and it's not pleasant. I don't even have my airflow opened all the way. But as you see, as I started to vape it there and inhale really hard, there's no more juice there. So that's just one of the things that right when you juice it, at least for me, this is for me, my tank may be messed up when I got it, you never know. I haven't dropped it. I looked online before I even started doing anything with it, and I read the manual, and for some reason I have issues. So if I'm doing something wrong, write me a review or email me or contact me with what I'm doing, because I do apologize if I am, but this just, for me, is one of the cons right now. So I'm just gonna, you can even hear the gurgling sound. I'm gonna be quiet and just press the fire button, and it should at least fire right now. I shouldn't have to inhale. Okay? Actually, I think I'll probably fix it with that last pull. But as you guys see, there's still somewhat of a gurgling. Like it shouldn't. I'll hit it right now and you'll see. See, once you take the you get the juice that I don't know how it gets down in somewhere by the, it almost feels like it gets like on top of the coil, and where you're sucking it in, it goes too far underneath or something like that, and it messes with the coil. And I don't know why that is. I don't even know if that's the correct thing to, like, what it does, but it feels like I'm literally just pouring juice down in there, and it goes all the way to the bottom of the coil, heats up, and just splatters right back in my mouth, which I don't like that. I don't like to have to go like that. Like, I even, on my other shirt upstairs, on my black shirt, whenever I vape this, like, I'm laying in my room watching YouTube or something like that, and I vape it after I refill it, I'm like, ugh, like I'm sitting there like spitting out hot juice, and that's honestly the thing I hate about this, which is why I don't want to say it's a bad tank, because it's not. It does what it's supposed to. It blows clouds. Let me step back for you real quick. Okay. Give me a sec. It's still, you guys even saw that. It's still doing it. That's why, like, when you first put juice in, you literally have to. Okay, and I'm heating the tank up pretty quick now. It does heat up quick. That is another thing. Yes, I'm vaping into 125 watts, but it does vape pretty well. Another thing I do want to talk about, if you guys are still watching, is this will drain your battery. If you only have 2 batteries, okay, and you like to constantly be vaping, I don't suggest this tank. I don't. It is not something for, I don't even say it's really suggested for beginners, because with the problem I'm having there, if you're not used to, you know, how to fix that, or you can't think of any way to fix that, you're going to think your mod or your something's broken, and you're going to be spending more money, and you know what I mean? Just don't, if you're a beginner vapor, I wouldn't suggest this, because for me, at least, it would take some knowledge. I'm sure if I gave this to my buddy after he filled it, he's going to, my buddy Tim, who I usually do videos with, he's not here, obviously he doesn't, you know, but when he's getting this exact same tank, when he does a review or when he drips it, or you know, when he juices it, I'm gonna see if it does the exact same thing or whatnot, because if his doesn't, then it's something wrong with mine, and I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm fine. I'd rather it be something wrong with mine personally, because I can deal with that. Okay, I really can, and not with his or with any of yours. Okay, but you know, it fits real well over top of my Cyclone 150 watt, and I just, you know, other than that, it's a pretty good tank when it does fire. Right now, it's firing perfectly normal. I'm getting a bunch of vapor now with those quick little pulls. So we're going to take a big pull just so you guys can see the clouds it does make. That was probably out of the camera. Let me even go back. I'm probably right now 2.5 feet away, 3 feet away from my camera. And let's take another hit just so you guys can see the clouds. You guys just saw it there. I love it for that. Once it starts vaping, I get enough the flavor in my mouth with how I have the airflow set is perfect. I had to mess with the airflow because I usually like my airflow wide open, and I never had a tank that had top airflow. Let me get a little closer. But as you can see, I have it about 3/4 of the way open, a little more than 3/4, and that seems to be just perfect for what I like. I like a warm to not completely hot, but a warm hot vape, I guess. And this does it with how I have the airflow. I get great flavor. I get better flavor than I do from my old. If you guys remember, like my first video, you guys, let me think about. Yeah, my first video when I had the Skelly. The normal Skelly 150 watt, not the TC like this, and I had the Aspire Atlantis version 1 tank on, where it was just, you take the bottom off, and I like that was a good tank, okay? I didn't have any issues. I put my juice in, I vape it right away. You know, it was fine. It blew somewhat decent clouds. This thing blows clouds 10 times better, because that I can only get up to about, I take real big alarm hits, so I take about, like, that I can only vape like 75 watts. This, I'm at 125, and yes, I do have coils to go up to 150. It does vape at 150. Take my word for that. I don't find it practical. I'm going to be 100% honest. It's cool, you know, to say, yo, look at this. I can blow at 150. It's not practical. It's just something that, you know, it drains your battery pretty quick, pretty damn quick. I find that when I have the 0.6, I forget what I even vape that at. I only had that coil in because, let me explain this why I said not for beginners. When I had that 0.6 coil in and it was doing that, I was thinking there was something wrong with the coil. So I went through a perfectly good coil and threw that away and put the second one they sent me. I already ordered like a 5-pack of coils because you need coils. And I just wasn't, you know, the fact that I just threw away that coil just because, you know, it was something with the tank. That's why I'm saying it's not good if you're a beginner and you're just trying to get into vaping. This might turn you off because if I was just starting vaping and I had to inhale a bunch of shit like that, or, you know, I wouldn't enjoy it. But once it fires, you're good to go. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But it's, like I said, once it fires, it's great. Once it doesn't leak at all after you out of the air holes. Once you know, get all the gurgling and all the other vapor that somehow got inside the coil and inside your, I just want to say air hole that you breathe up into. After you get all that out of there, with a couple quick pulls, like as you saw, it's just, you hold the fire button and that usually gets it out, and that's what seemed to me worked the best. And it doesn't drip after that, no leakage. They do send you, I have the box. I'm not even going to go get the box. They send you a replacement 0.2 nickel coil. I believe that's what this is. Or it's a 0.2 316 stainless steel. And then they send you a 0.6 coil, okay? The 0.6 coils are the ones that vape at 150 watts. The 0.2s are mainly meant for temperature control, which, not a huge fan of temperature control because I like clouds, and I've been trying to mess with it, but I don't get good clouds that I do at 125 watts. It's just the temperature doesn't go up high enough for me. Whether that's because I don't know how to use it correctly, that could be. But, you know, this tank really is awesome for blowing clouds and vapor. Once you get over the major con that I seem to have, where it kind of drips out of goddamn. When it drips out of, can't even speak today, when it drips out of the one air hole right here, one of the airflows, okay? Other than that though, it's great. Now, we're gonna take, let's see, okay, yeah. We're gonna take this whole bottom off, and this is how I'm probably gonna start dripping it. No, you can't even drip it like that. I'm trying to, okay, there's your 0.2 coil. Yeah, this is a 0.2, not nickel, stainless steel. You guys probably can't see that, but there's my coil right there in the bottom of it. And then here you have the top with the threads, has a little O-ring right there. And you can see the two little compartments. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna set my mod down, and I'm gonna see what happens when I, okay, so I could drip it this way. So there's the two. Once you twist it, like, so is that set to vape or yeah? Okay. So when you have it set to vape, that's what it looks like. Your air holes or your holes for your vapor are open. If you can see now, I'm gonna twist it to like refill mode, and they're closed off. So I don't know how, but as I said, it does. The juice does get into the like center of the piece right here, and you just inhale a lot of hot fucking juice, and it does not feel good. But let's put this back on. So I guess I could even hold it. Okay. Since I had that turned off. But as you guys saw there, it does, you know, it does what it's supposed to. It vapes nice. It's not, you know, I wouldn't, you know, completely criticize that because of that, but change my airflow. And I don't even know why it does that right when I put new juice in or whatnot, but, you know, right there shows you that is my official review for the Sense, let's get it, Sense Cyclone tank. If you guys would like to purchase this, I will have links down in the description for some of the cheapest websites you can purchase it at, where I've purchased mine at, and they are good providers there of the company. And I can't think of the name off the top of my head, I'm sorry, but it'll be down in the description because I have it on my computer bookmarked. And anything else, if you have any questions, let me know in the description below. Yeah, let's vape you guys out of here, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day.